Hi, my name's April, and this video is about bald head fetishism. So a couple of weeks ago now I shaved my head and I filmed a video for it. I edited it, I uploaded it to YouTube because I thought that it would be a funny video for my friends to watch, and it was funny for them. They did laugh at the appropriate points and I felt pretty good about myself. But then, to my surprise, that video ended up getting way more views than any other video on my channel has ever had. And that's it being picked up by something despite it not having any tags or anything like that on the video itself. The description on that video was literally, "Have you ever felt like this?" which is a theme song from classic Australian TV show Around the Twist. It's given me a couple of new subscribers. It's given me a lot of weird comments and also given me more Instagram followers who are sliding into my DMs asking me some weird shit. Again, this is coming from a video that didn't have any tags on it, didn't have any information on how to find me directly in that video. This is all people going externally and finding the information for my Instagram, like through their own means. Basically, they're doing their own research in order to find my Instagram. It's now become apparent to me that the act of shaving my hair, which I felt was a very empowering move on my part, I was able to remove myself of an aspect of femininity that I felt was becoming like my security blanket. If I ever had any regrets about shaving my head, someone think that I would regret the fact that I look different now, or the fact that I can't style anything, or I have to focus on doing my makeup now because there's less parts of my appearance that can distract from anything. No, that wouldn't be any part of my regret. My main regret is the fact that I didn't properly monetize on the video of me shaving my head, or on the very fact and act of shaving my head. On the video of me shaving my head, there's a comment from someone who said that they're in Sydney and they would have paid me to shave my head. Hello. I also received a DM from someone yesterday who was offering me $1,000 to shave my eyebrows and also get rid of my eyelashes, and I said no, $1,000 is not worth the pain of getting rid of my eyelashes. I'm not doing that. And he's like, okay, $300 for just your eyebrows. So if in the next coming weeks you find that I don't have any eyebrows but I do have an off-white keychain, mind your business, mind your business about it. Let me set the record straight. I would happily shave my eyebrows for $300. However, I wasn't born yesterday, so if you're gonna offer me $300 to shave my eyebrows, send me the $300 to shave my eyebrows first. I'm not subjecting myself to that for free. I'm not gonna do it. When I first started getting inundated with all these messages and comments from people, I wanted to know what the fuck was happening. So I did a quick Google search. I said, bald head fetishism, is it a thing? And apparently it is. I was led to a Reddit thread where a guy was holding an Ask Me Anything where he said that he had a bald head fetish. This was from a thread that was 10 years old. It did give me an initial understanding of what the bald head fetish is. I am a guy with a head shaving fetish. Ask me anything. I have a head shaving fetish. Mainly, I'm turned on by women shaving their heads, but also to a much lesser extent, although easier to fulfill in real life, having my head shaved. There are several websites for this if you're curious. This will link you to just about everything there is. I don't want to click that link. I've never shaved a girl in real life, sadly. I had one coworker who shaved her head for cancer fundraiser. Having her come into the office bald and watching her hair slowly grow out over the next several months drove me to distraction. It was a turn on to talk to her about it and ask her how it felt and if she would ever consider doing it again, although I kept being paranoid about asking her too many questions and having her figure out that her haircut was turning me on. Okay, cool. Having read that, I myself feel a little bit paranoid that I'm going to go back to work and there's going to be someone in my workplace or customers coming in and asking me about my hair, and they'll be coming in to see me once every week and just seeing how much my hair's growing back. Another friend shaved the sides of her head for a mohawk for Halloween one year. First of all, I love the commitment to the costume, but it's only Halloween. You can wear a wig. I've shaved my heads a couple times. For a long time, I was only interested in the idea of girls shaving their heads, but gradually I started getting turned on by stories about girls and guys shaving each other, or guys getting shaved bald by women. The idea of shaving my own head both excited me and scared the hell out of me. First time I shaved my head, I was a little drunk and really horny from watching some bald girl videos. Are people getting horny to my video? That's what I want to know. I'm borderline crying in that video, and the idea of people getting some sexual gratification out of it is kind of weird to me. I don't want to run the risk of, like, I don't know, people getting their keyboard sticky while watching this, so let me just don this real quick. Okay, this person says, no questions, but keep on keeping on. No harm in a fetish that doesn't harm anyone. Okay, yes, they are not wrong that shaving your head or being interested in people who do shave their heads, it's not wrong. It's not harmful in any way. However, my only qualm with this is that my video is being used for people with this sort of head shaving fetish, and I am an unwilling participant in that. So I uploaded my video with the intent of it only going to my friends, and instead it has been picked up by, let's call a spade, perverts. It's been picked up by perverts, and I can see from my analytics that one of my main sources of traffic to that video is from Facebook. So I don't post my own videos to Facebook. So someone out there has taken my video, either posted it in their own Facebook message chat, their own, I don't know, bald head groups. I don't know where it's coming from, but people have found my video through Facebook. So I don't know what is happening on that side of the internet. All that I can do is feel uncomfortable with the fact that my content is being used for that purpose when it's not something that I ever wanted. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but I myself am completely open to kinks and people enjoying their kinks. I'm not here to kink shame. However, I don't want to come across as a prude, but I do believe that kink should be done like in private, or at least between all participants who are all consenting and informed. I myself am not an informed participant or a consenting participant, so I feel weird that they are using my video for that kind of stuff. Fairly inappropriate, but for science, did you fap during or after you shaved your own head? Yes, there was fapping after shaving my head. After I'd calmed down from the rush, however, there was some regret because I thought I looked like an idiot with no hair. Just to be clear, I think Natalie Portman looked awesome bald. It's not a make the girl ugly by shaving her head thing. However, I personally think I look like a tool with no hair, even though the shaving and the feeling of the air, water in the shower, is kind of a turn on. I personally hated this scene from V for Vendetta, since I love Natalie Portman with long hair, but I suppose you love it. I think Natalie Portman is hot ball. What? Hot ball? That scene doesn't turn me on because she's crying and it's non-consensual. Some hair guys get turned on by unwanted, forced haircuts, but I'm not one of them. Now, if Natalie Portman had been smiling and laughing while shaving her head, then fap. You're telling me that if I was smiling in my video of me shaving my head, people are pleasuring themselves to that. I feel disgusting. I feel gross by that. I don't like knowing that. Okay, there is a whole other fetish about non-consensual haircuts, which is when, like, obviously someone gets their hair or like their ponytail cut off or some shit like that, and you're like, oh yeah, they're gonna be shamed because now they don't have their ponytail and they thought they were so beautiful and now they're not beautiful anymore without their ponytail. It's like that kind of thing. Can you imagine like any time that you've gone to a hairdresser and you have said, oh, just a little trim, and they were like, yeah, just a little trim, and they take like 7 inches of your hair off? What if that hairdresser is a part of that kink and they're getting off on their mistake of a haircut, but realistically, they're just doing like unwanted and forced haircuts on you, and that is their kink? What if? Or you go to a hairdresser and they're just like snipping your hair, and when they're like, oh yeah, just look down, and you're like looking down, you're not seeing that behind you they're taking parts of your hair and they're here. They're taking parts of your hair and they're putting it into like their little fanny pack that they have inside of their apron or something, and then they're taking your hair home. Moving on from that, I did realize that one of the ways that the main amount of traffic was coming to my video was just the fact that I had named my video Shaving My Head during a cheeky mental breakdown for those who aren't in the know. So most of my traffic was coming from the fact of people searching shaving my head or shaved head. So as you can see, for my head shaving video, a lot of my traffic has come from YouTube searches themselves. They've also come from playlists, which is weird because I didn't include them in any playlist myself. So those are all coming from people who did their own playlist inclusions. And as you can see, the top sort of YouTube searches for it are shaving my head, head shave, head, shaved head, shave head, whatever. I don't know how to close this video. All in all, I feel slightly uncomfortable and also slightly grateful about this situation. I'm uncomfortable because I've been thrust into a sexualized position that I didn't want to be a part of. I didn't consent to being a part of this, and yet there are people contacting me under the pretense of sexual connotations and stuff like that, and it's not something that I want to be involved in. But on the other hand, I feel very grateful that I'm getting traffic to my channel. It's kind of inspiring me to make more videos now. It's making me excited to possibly ride the wave of the algorithm and see if I can get picked up and gain some traction finally. I've had 2 separate YouTube channels over 10 years now, and I've never really been sort of consistent with uploading or creating or anything like that. So it would be nice to be able to ride this wave of interest in my channel through the algorithm and anything like that. And hopefully I can drive some traffic to my channel that I would want to be here. I would want to make content for the gals and gays. I don't want to make content for horny people who want to look at my bald head. All I can say is that if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me and you're not someone who just wants to see my bald head in its growing out progression, please give it a thumbs up. I implore you to subscribe to my channel and maybe leave a comment. Tell me how you found this video, whether or not you are one of the horny people who are just here for the hair grow out videos, whether you're someone who's been subscribed to me for a while. I would love to know. With that, I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.